Welcome to your daily focus for September the 19th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you, Tilly, for all of the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. Let's see what the energy is going to be for us today. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands sits there. Look at her. Let's talk about her in a minute. We've got Temperance back again, right in the middle again. And the Empress. Wow. Some powerful. Now, we have a lot of energy in Virgo. There's a lot of love and partnerships that is associated with Virgo. So it doesn't surprise me in the least that we've got the Queen of Wands and the Empress here on both sides of Temperance. Now, the Queen of Wands, she sits there. And she's the quiet one of the deck. Or at least I believe her to be. She is the judge and jury. She's like judgment coming in. She's making you think about what really truly brings in value into your life. How to get to a goal without having to backtrack. Having to meet unexpected hurdles. So this is when a lot of things come into question for us today. And it's up to us to search for the answers, search for the meanings, search for the value, search for the understanding of why we are shown this, of why we need to deal with it, of what we need to learn about ourselves in order to go forward. We can't be rash here. She's very beautiful, loving energy. She offers all kinds of new growth potential for us. But it's only if we are taking our time and really thinking things through, really examining things, asking qualifying questions. We have Temperance in the middle again here. You know, it's about finding the balance. Finding the balance. Now, we have so much energy in Virgo right now. We have the Sun, we have the Moon, we have Mars, we have Mercury. And Venus has just come into Virgo. So it's a lot about questions. It's a lot about examination. It's a lot about understanding where to simplify, how to simplify, and why we are simplifying. Not just simplifying for the sake of simplifying, but to understand why we are getting rid of chaos or clutter in our lives. And what it means to us and what it will bring in as far as peace of mind or abundance or beauty is concerned. Temperance is keeping everything in balance. And I get this child like playing again with this. And maybe it's the rainbow. Maybe it's just the way the angel holds herself here. 1 foot on ground, 1 foot in the water means that we truly can have the balance. The chances are we're going to be thrown off balance today. And we have to concentrate, we have to focus in order to keep our balance, of understanding our priority list, of what is important and what is not important in our life, what brings value, what brings in happiness, what brings in joy, and what stops that from happening in our lives. We have the Empress here. She's one of our highest intuitives in the deck. She is one of our highest diplomats in the deck. All the queens, all the kings, all the kingdoms come to her. And they voice their opinion about what needs to be done, how to go forward, what will bring in abundance, happiness, joy, and love. But it's up to the Empress, it's up to you as an individual to decide for yourself what is really going to make your empire flourish, grow, strengthen. Now, most times the Empress looks pregnant. Talking about new birth, new path. We are at the new moon. Now, today is for the 19th, but so I think LA will see it on the 19th, which is really about marriage and new beginnings. The rest of us get the new moon on the 20th, which is more about decisions, joining partnerships. growing alliances. So this could have a little bit to do with the new moon happening in LA and the birth, the rebirth, the new creation, the new, and it could very much have to do with love then as well. Where and how we find love. What love has to have a meaning, love has to have a value, love has to have a security attached to it. It can't be fantasy. It has to be grounded. And she's wearing the green. That's a heart center, and it's also about grounding ourselves. Let's get an affirmation. I hope you're doing your new moon affirmations, because we just had, not too long ago, the new moon eclipse. So this new moon is our first new moon after the eclipse, and so it's strong. It's potent. It's going to bring in probably great change. And either we are working towards bringing in that change and we strive for it. We set our goals for that. We understand where we need completions. And then if we're not, this energy can be very strong. I mean, we have two strong cards here, the Empress and Temperance, which means if you don't look for the lesson in learning, which is much easier, it will be provided for you. And we don't want that, because that makes it hard. That means it usually comes out of the blue where you're not expecting it. Justice. The 11th card. Our portal forward. And we have justice. Where's our luck? What is the affirmation for justice? Very short. The law of cause and effect is in play now as I see elements in my life balance out. What goes around comes around. I'm now seeing evidence of this law in the conditions of my world. I'm now seeing evidence of this law in the conditions of my world. The law of cause and effect is in play now as I see elements in my life balance out. What goes around comes around. I'm now seeing evidence of this law in the conditions of my world. So if you have been really giving yourself to the community or a loved one, giving of yourself in some way, maybe it's your talent, maybe it's your abilities, maybe it's from your heart, maybe it's spiritually, that kind of energy is going to come back and to you and add abundance to your life. And you'll start to see it play out. On the other hand, if you haven't been working so hard, then expect a challenge with this card. If you've had something buried inside for a very long time and it's a negative energy, it's something that wears you down, it's something that you don't like to think about, it's somewhere where you thought you went really wrong in life, or you said the wrong thing, or you did the wrong action, and you really beat yourself up for it, or maybe it's so deeply buried you forget about it, that kind of stuff is going to come up now, so that you can heal from it, so that you can move forward, so that you can step into the new moon with a bounce in your step. I see elements in my life balance out, and we have Temperance here right in the middle, talking about the balance that we're going to feel, and I get this happiness and this joy and this, it's a lot about gratitude right now. It's about appreciation. It's about seeing the things that you truly love in your life and saying, yes, I love that. It's about telling people that you love them. It's about opening up your heart and allowing new people to come into love, to create with. Maybe it's loving a passion or a dream or a desire. And maybe it's going to rock your world, or maybe rock the world. And we're going to take one more for some reason, and we have the Strength card. I'm going to need a little bit of strength. I can go the distance and know that everything occurs in divine appropriate timing. I have the courage as I manifest miracles. When I allow spirit to work through me, I am strong enough to move mountains and overcome any obstacle, inside or out. So know that you've got this. So this tells me that some of you are going to feel a little less confident than you usually are. Maybe a little bit more restless. Maybe there's a little less clarity today, a little less understanding. So at these points in your life, when you feel that kind of energy coming on, know that you are protected. Know that that path awaits for you. Know that you have been working towards these goals. Know that you've got this. Know that whatever you are showing as a roadblock or a wall or a step backwards is really something to give you strength, to give you the endurance, to give you the belief and the confidence and the courage you need, to give you the strength you need in order to go forward. And let's see what our wonderful animals have to say. So a little bit more of a serious day I would take. You know, meditate, pray, make that priority list, understand what brings value into your life, list some things that are in your life, and you know, do a pro and con, do a yes and no, do a positive and negative on it, and see if it truly brings in abundance, or if you just really haven't been looking at the situation with clarity, with understanding, with purpose on how it affects your life. And if you don't like what you see, what can you change? What can you tweak? What can you redesign in your life in order for you to start walking that path? And look at this. We have the lion, be strong. We have the lion in strength. This is asking us to be strong. I love the way it always just comes together, doesn't it? I'm humbled. Strength, pride, and moving on. Promise me you'll always remember. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. The lion's presence itself can draw fear among his peers. Even when he doesn't feel strong, he is perceived as such, and he reminds that you too are just as strong. With all that you are experiencing in your life, it is time to embrace your own strength, always and forever. It is time for you to let go of the things that can no longer be fixed. Trash is trash. Only keep around that which is worth collecting. If you have to force a situation into the way that you want it, you'll only make it worse. And the knowledge that it isn't yours needs to be seen. Holding on can make you brave, but moving on makes you strong. Lion may also be telling you that it's time for you to see a physician and begin an exercise program to help build your body strength. So yes, we want to build our strength on the inside and on the outside. This is really a time to understand this, to believe this, and promise me you will always remember. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. So you may have to go deeper inside yourself today to really understand the truth of your strength and abundance. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.